That is a boxer? Are you a boxer? I think he's a boxer.
Well, if you got a dollar, well, just lousy down. You know that I got rhythm that could suit your budget fine.
Hi, this is Patrick with Trusty Huckster Mercantile. Welcome to my channel. I am a little overdue and slightly overwhelmed in getting videos out which are promoting the upcoming Just One More Dachshund Rescue fundraiser, which will be hosted on this channel on Thursday, November 11th at 8 p.m. Eastern. I have received donations from literally across the country and for some of the fundraisers around the world that people are providing me items that I will resell and either on my YouTube channel on the 11th or possibly going into eBay, on my eBay store, or in some cases simply from doing these haul videos, people will contact me and purchase items that they see during the video. So let that be a lesson to you. If you see anything you like during this haul, unless it's already been accounted for, I will take reasonable offers. Some items will be dedicated or destined for auction just to make sure the highest value we can get specifically for the fundraiser. But at this point, the fundraiser is coming up very quickly and I have a lot of stuff to go through. So the video, we will just highlight some of the items that came in over the last week or so. I've done previous videos you can find on my channel, all tagged with Just One More Dachshund Rescue, and you can support the rescue directly with their PayPal account, paypal.me/JOMDR, which stands for Just One More Dachshund Rescue. So I wanted to highlight some of the items that were shipped to me specifically to resell, and most of these, I think the ones I'm going to show tonight, these are all people that I have worked with before. Some of them supported the fundraiser last year. Some of them are my regular customers, and they just wanted to support. And I think one or two of them might actually, I think they are all dog owners. That's not a requirement. I'm trying to think if any of them are actually Doxie owners, but did get some pretty cool stuff. And I'm going to start off with one of the things that I got, or packet that I got from Melody and Halem. They are regular attendees to my weekly sales on Thursday nights. They sent some package toppers, a little sticker. This will probably end up in the auction itself for the fundraiser. And, you know, again, there's some little package toppers that might go into some mystery boxes, some of the items that I'll be selling for the fundraiser. They marked for the auction. They actually sent two different sets of coasters. One set of coasters I've actually already sold. I sold those in my live sale last week. But this one, hopefully the camera will pick this up. So, trying to get the glare off. So this is a set of glass coasters. You can see it's kind of a cool coastal theme. But what's really cool about these is they are designed to be stacked. So the first one gave you just the coastal line, so then you still have a vignette in the background, but suddenly you've lost the front. And then you take out the deck chairs, and then you've got just a seascape. Then you take out the seascape, and then you just have the sea. So all four of these coasters come with their nifty little stand. I'm assuming you can change their order, but then who knows what kind of picture you'll get, because this one's pretty much solid. So this is obviously designed to be the backdrop. But I just thought this was a brilliant design. If you're new to my channel, I do have a thing for coasters. I will not be keeping these. She gave me the option of anything she sent. If there was anything I wanted, that I could keep. I have actually purchased items that have been donated for the fundraiser, and I bought them for myself. I would not just take from the fundraiser. So this one is something that will go into the fundraiser, since I'm not going to add it to my collection. So kind of fun, a little bit more contemporary, which there's no problem with that. There might be some age to them. There's no labels, no stickers, but a design that I had never seen, and I think is very cool, and I think would be a great addition to someone who's got a coastal theme in their home. Another item that they sent to me is this pair of Roseville candlestick holders. I meant to look up the pattern, and I'm still going to do it. It looks like a freesia to me, but I don't remember the different Roseville patterns. So I do need to look that up, and if you know the name of the pattern, I would definitely appreciate the information. These are absolutely gorgeous. They are in absolutely gorgeous condition. I haven't had a chance, because I don't know the design yet, I haven't had a chance to look them up. These might go into an auction. It kind of depends on how many others are available for sale. If there's a lot already out there, auctions don't tend to do particularly well. Even for a fundraiser, I'm afraid it wouldn't bring that much. So I would probably just sell these at a fixed price, either on my eBay store or even in even in the live sale itself. Absolutely gorgeous, a beautiful color, and perfectly designed for my aesthetic. But I will not be keeping these. I used to have a Roseville collection. I got rid of most of it when I moved, so I'm not looking to rebuild that. But these are absolutely gorgeous, beautiful pieces, and both with the legitimate Roseville signature with the USA on the bottom. And another item that they offered is just out of my reach, so hold on. Kind of like a visual aid. So I have to do this so you can still see it. It's a hat. So this is one item that is not going to be available prior to the sale, because I am actually going to wear this during the fundraiser, and then I'm going to list this on my eBay channel, and it's going to go up for auction, with the auction ending toward the end of the live sale on November 11th. So you will be able to get a trusty worn Doktoberfest hat. It fit once, with the dachshund on it, with the dachshund wearing a mask, which I just think is brilliant. So it's from, I think it said Cincinnati, but it said Cincinnati, so Zinfandel capital, I guess. So this is it's contemporary. They went to Oktoberfest this year, so this is a brand new item. But how cute is this? So particularly if you're a Doxie lover, Doxie owner, you can wear your own Doxie hat with its little matching mask with a little German hat on there. But again, this will not be available in advance. I will make it as part of the auction. That'll end on November 11th. And if you so choose, I would sign it if you want to have a signed Dachshund piece. Otherwise, I will send it to you in worn condition, but only worn by me and only indoors. So that is a fun little addition, and that is what came from Melody and Halem. I did a video, actually a live chat with Katie at Vintage and Vinyl last week, and some of the items that I showcased there, I ended up selling some directly from the chat. Others of them got sold the next live sale. So not all of the items that were donated to me recently are still available for me to show. But one of the items I did show, this was not included in the sale and has not been claimed yet. So this will go into the live sale on November 11th. It is what we ended up determining is probably more of a contemporary design. We're not sure the particular age on this one. It does have the C clasp to it, but it's not the traditional C clasp you see in like the 1920s, 30s, and earlier. So this one, a couple people from the chat started weighing in that the way the metal is done, it's probably more contemporary. There might be some age to it, like maybe 10, 20, maybe 30 years old, but we're not dealing with a super vintage piece, but it is trying to be a rhinestone brooch from the 50s, and it is super cute regardless of its age. So it's got the clear stones across the body, and then for some reason the lights don't want to light it up very well, but then the green collar, green stones in the collar. Super cute piece. This was donated by BookBWitched. She picked this up from Vintage Peepshow, who had during one of her sales, and Margot sent it to me directly to help save a little bit on the shipping cost. And cute little piece that, again, this will be part of the live sale on November 11th, unless somebody wants to claim him earlier. One of my viewers is Debbie from Chicago, and she is, as the name suggests, actually local to me, but because of my travel schedule this year, unfortunately, I could not pick up the items that she donated last year. She also donated, so this is the second year in a row that she's supporting the charity, and I was able to pick up her items this year. I just wasn't able to do that, so she had to ship it, and she ended up shipping 3 very large boxes with tons of stuff in them, with all super high quality items that will be able to bring, I'm sure will bring big dollars for the fundraiser. I feel bad when people pay a lot for shipping, but sometimes that ends up happening. But I did want to make sure I showcased a lot of the items she offered. Now, one of the things she did, which was super helpful, because she actually sent me 3 separate packages. She gave me a little cheat sheet of all of the items that were shipped so that I knew once all of the packages were here, all that were claimed. So the first item that she shipped, unfortunately, is one of the items that I no longer have to show. It was shown in the sale it was shown in the chat with Katie on Vintage and Vinyl last week, which is on my channel, so you could see it. And I gave her a full shout out and credit for it at that time. But those actually got sold in my live sale the next night. But it was a pair of 2. It was 2 small atomic mid-century modern Starburst rhinestone pins. Katie called them cluster pins or scatter pins. They're kind of a smaller size. And it was fun because in the chat, I showed those and kind of took a poll to say, well, what's the best way to sell them? Should they be sold separately to maybe get a little bit more money, separate, or do I sell them together? Because they weren't identical, but they definitely were similar, and they were made by the same maker. It wasn't marked, but the style was identical the way they were made. And so we decided that since they were made by the same company, to go ahead and keep them together. So those sold for $30, and so they already made some of the money toward the fundraiser. And then her second item is this lipstick holder. I've currently got this set aside to go into my live sale this week, that I'm doing a joint live sale with Beth from Sweet Treats and Pretties. And I just think this is a very suitable or fitting item to sell on a Sweet Treats and Pretties live sale. So that is this Thursday, the 4th. So I'm trying to sell something. I have so many items to sell. I'm starting to sell items prior to the actual live sale just to be able to carry through as many items as possible. I've already collected several $100s worth of donations from items that have been purchased either directly from videos or from some of the individual sales previously. So that is, again, from Debbie from Chicago, and that will be in the live sale with Beth from Carolina Princess Sweet Treats and Pretties. And I'll have a link to some of all the donors. If I can link them either to their Instagram or YouTube, I will definitely highlight as much as I can, but I will put a link to Beth's channel, so if you see this in time, you'll be able to join her sale on Thursday, November 4th at 6 p.m. Eastern, where I will actually have a couple of items available and selling for the Doxie Fundraiser to get a little bit more exposure and promotion for the fundraiser. The third item she listed and sent to me is it's all that. It is what did she name it? She named it the Dancing Frog Vase. So you've got this great orange color with a really, really deep, I would say that is brown. I thought possibly there was a really dark purple cast to it, but I want to say it's brown. In the light, though, it's coming up purpley. So maybe it is a dark purple. I don't know, but I think it's brown. With the orange on the inside, all with the mouths open. So I'm assuming they are indeed a vase. So what I cannot tell, as you look down the middle, I can't tell if they actually all connect. Like if you filled this with water, would it actually fill the others with water as well? That I can't really tell. I can tell that one of their legs is hollow in each case, but I can't tell if they connect. But anyway, they're kind of bejeweled. They've got some nice little designs. It's dimensional, so all these little blue pieces is kind of more like the moriage, where it's actually raised up, and then the gold is piped around all the flowers. It does have a stamp on it. What did it say? Made in Japan. So no maker's mark, but it is made in Japan, and in really good condition. There's a couple places where like this has a little bit of white, but there's no chip or anything. So it's either it was cold painted and some of it might have worn away, or it might have just been a manufacturing flaw at the time, because there's so much going on here, you don't even notice it. But in general, it's an absolutely pristine condition. It is pottery, if I didn't show it. Possibly, Possibly porcelain. Yeah, I can't tell. Anyway, it was a super cool piece, and that will definitely be attractive to the audience because, again, we don't sell just dog items for the Just One More Dachshund Rescue. We got a lot of variety of people coming in. Some are dog lovers, some are Doxie lovers, but we try and bring a whole variety just to bring in as much money for the Dachshunds as possible. Her next item is the Starburst Coasters. I will drop a picture of those because those are set aside. Those are already currently listed on my eBay auction right now. They are gorgeous. They are Starburst design. They're West German stamped cathedral porcelain. They are Starburst with green, pink, and gray colorations behind them. Absolutely fantastic conditions. Got the platinum rim, silver toned rim. Fantastic. There's already a couple of bids on it. So if you see this in time, I will also have a link to my eBay store where some of the items that are currently listed, and I will be listing more, so you can kind of bookmark that eBay listing, eBay hyperlink. There will be additional dog items being listed going forward, but there's two that are currently listed. This one is the Starburst Coasters, which was donated by Debbie from Chicago, and the other is a 1934 dog breed book, which actually I donated, but that is also listed for auction as well. So those two items are listed, and there's an annotation on both of them that they are specifically for the Just One More Dachshund Rescue, so that 100% of the proceeds from those sales, even on eBay, will be donated directly to the Just One More Dachshund Rescue charity. They are a 501c3 organization. The next item she offered is absolutely gorgeous. I think I'm going to try and make sure that Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop is aware that this is going to become available. Probably going to put this onto eBay as well. It is an Art Deco frame, and I believe the photograph is a reproduction or just a print. I do not believe it's an original photograph. It is not signed. It just says Olivia de Havilland, Warner Brothers Pictures, so it's one of her promotional shots. On the very bottom, it says printed in USA. So I want to say this might have been maybe a magazine photo or something like that. But just check out the detail on this. You've got the chrome corners. You got the black and the green accent, that green color that Old Curiosity Shop is always jonesing for. And it's in fantastic condition. It is glass with the chrome accents, and then the cardboard, paperboard backing and prop, which are still in good condition. I don't find these or carry these very often, and every time I've had one, this stand has been torn off or it's falling off. It's always in rough condition. This is actually in great condition. So she did a fantastic job offering this, and because it's in such good condition, I think this one probably could get some good bids on it on my eBay store. So that will also be going up hopefully this week to end on the 11th, but I'm starting to have to become practical. I have a feeling some items are going to extend beyond the 11th simply because I'm going to have too many items to sell. So try and get that one listed as quickly as I can, but that one will be another, I'm sure, popular item for the fundraiser. The next item was, I think I showed this when I was on the chat with Katie, because Katie knows her vinyl, vintage and vinyl, kind of expected. But this great 45 from Simon & Schuster, that is a golden record. How much is that doggy in the window? I said this was 45. I think that was a different one, but it is actually a golden yellow record in color as well. Copyrighted 1953, and it's actually a 78. So it's the size of a 45, but it is a 78. And so you've got how much is that doggy in the window on one side and three little puppies on the other side. This again was donated by Debbie from Chicago. It's in fantastic condition. She didn't make a note of whether she played it. I do not have a record player, so I did not play it. So because of that, I will be selling it predominantly for the art. And if you get bonus lucky, if you want to play it, it looked pretty good condition, so it's probably playable. But this will just go into the live sale because it's cute, and I think it'll definitely get some activity. But not everything is going to be going into the auction because I want people to have fun and get things at good prices as well. And again, all of the money going to the fundraiser. The next item has already been sold. That was also shown in the chat and then also sold at my live sale last week. It was a set of dog-themed postcards. There were 4 postcards, and they sold those. 3 of them were not postmarked. One was postmarked for 1910, and I sold a set of 4 of them for $15. So to give you an idea, again, I'm trying to maybe get a little bit higher prices than if I were selling it myself, because I do like to offer good prices. The money is going to the fundraiser, so I'm trying to at least see what other things are going for. So we're probably still slightly under retail, and you're always welcome when you get the invoice to put a tip in there, and I'll make sure that the tip goes to the fundraiser as well. And then the last item that Debbie from Chicago provided was cool, and I'm glad that she had said what it was. It is signed, but I saw the note first. It is a Sasha Brostoff. Technically, it's an ashtray, but as she said, there's a hole in the top, so you could actually use this as an incense burner as well. But it is Sasha Brostoff, which I've carried Sasha Brostoff before, but I've only carried the enamelware. This one is not enameled. This is a ceramic piece that has been painted. It's got that great 60s design to it. Some of the, still a little carryover, some of the atomic, but getting into some geometric designs. And it's just, I want this as a sofa. Like, this just to me seems to be like one of those, almost like one of those 60s, not the egg chair, but I think I've seen sofas shaped like this. Absolutely gorgeous. Gold, cream base, gold accents. Again, I'm going to do a little bit of digging on this one because Sasha Brostoff is a thing. If you're not familiar with the name, it's out there. It's collectible. I've carried some of the pieces myself. But again, I've only carried enamel pieces, so I didn't know that there were other styles. This may end up going onto my eBay store as an auction, but it might just end up being listed individually or sold individually in my sale. But again, some fantastic pieces that she provided. Many of them all from Debbie from Chicago. Thank you so much, Debbie. It'll be a great addition to the fundraiser. Another shipment arrived from me from Mr. and Mrs. Berkeley Girl, who is a reseller herself based in, her and her husband, Mr. and Mrs., in California. And she's also known in the YouTube community as Mr. and Mrs. Berkeley Girl, Katie, the other Katie. And I sometimes refer to her as Katie 2.0 to not confuse her with Katie from Vintage and Vinyl. Katie, the Mrs. Berkeley Girl, already sent me one item, which was a paint by number, finished paint by number of a girl holding a dachshund. And I actually showcased that in a video several weeks ago when I first received it. That was one of the items that I sold directly off of the haul video. And that brought in $35 just for that one unframed paint by number piece. So that was very generous, super excited to have that, and glad it was so popular that someone grabbed it right away. And then all of a sudden, another box showed up, and Katie 2.0 sent additional items. One of them is this gorgeous framed print, and what I loved about this, and many of the people who donated did this, and those that didn't, I understand. But what Katie did was she actually took the time to give me notes on some of the items so that I didn't have to research them myself, and I didn't have to figure out what they were. Because this one, I would have struggled with this because I don't see a signature on this, but it's a great shot of a child sitting on kind of a dock or a bench of some sort with the dog. You see the tail hanging over the back. I mean, it's just an adorable picture in a cute frame. And it was, the note that was put on there was it was done by Pickelheim, Piglhlhein. So that's not a name that I'm familiar with. And it was a circa 1900 print. There's 2 names on it, Elimar Ulrich and Bruno Pickelheim. So I'm not sure who the artist was. And the artist, though, lived from 1848 to 1894 in Germany. So was possibly done after the artist's death. It is a print, but it's a print that I have not seen before. It's so cute. It is absolutely perfect for a dog-themed fundraiser. And I think I need to put this one as an eBay auction item because I think there's going to be a lot of popularity to this. I'm not sure if those keywords will trigger anybody, but maybe somebody's a collector of that artist and they will find it. And I think that this would be a popular item for them to pick up. But then so we've gone turn of the last century to then turn of the current century. These pieces probably aren't as old, but will be super popular. You've got this red and white kind of chevron design backdrop of a dachshund in a mug. This is 10 Strawberry Street is the brand. Microwave safe, dishwasher safe, designed in the USA, made in China. So, like I said, a little bit more contemporary, but absolutely gorgeous piece. What I'm a little surprised is it's microwave safe, and look at that gold handle. I would have thought that was metallic. So they've done it in a way that you can now microwave the mug. And then, not to be outdone, we got your wine glasses, your stemless wine glasses, dachshund through the snow. So I actually have a set of insulated tumblers that also have this dachshund through the snow. See if I can do it in the brown so you can see it. And it created quite a bit of conversation when I had found it. When I got them, they were also a donation, because I'm like, I guess it's supposed to be like dashing through the snow, and I have heard people pronounce a dachshund as a dachshund. So I don't know if they were just, maybe this was one of the designers that dachshund through the snow. I guess you just have to say it in a certain way. Regardless, it is just like the fun-filled Doxie that's right there on the glass. Got a pair of them. I'll keep them together. So you have a pair of, I'd say, red wine glasses, because these puppies are pretty big. So again, more contemporary, but absolutely going to be popular. Because again, as we promote this sale, I'm obviously promoting it along with Dawn from the Just One More Dachshund Rescue. A lot of her friends or a lot of her associates will be joining the sale. They're not necessarily vintagey people. They may like vintage, but that's not why they're coming. They may want just the Doxie stuff. So here's some Doxie stuff. And it came from Mr. and Mrs. Berkeley Girl, Katie, the other Katie, and thank you so much for providing these for the fundraiser. So the next box I received was from Catherine Young at Catherine Young Creative. Yes, CatherineYoungCreative.com. She is a participant in some of my live sales, and she tends to purchase from me a lot of the ephemera. She's an artist in her background, and so she displays a lot of the ephemera that she purchases from me, from the graphic design aspect of it. So when she said she was going to be sending me a box, I thought maybe it was going to be ephemera. I was wrong. It's 3-dimensional. So I got a box of 3-dimensional dogs. So this first one is, going to assume that's poodle. Got the little poofy thing on the hair, but just a kind of little stylized version of a poodle. I'm not 100% sure what he is. I think he might be resin, just based on that tiny little hole at the bottom. He has a wood grain look, but he's not wood. So super cute. He does have his little rhinestone eyes are still in place. I do think there's some age to this. If it's a resin, it's a very hard resin. There's no squishy ability. It's not a dog toy in any way. It's just super cool and super dark wood tone color of a poodle with a little tail. Also on the poodle velm, I'm hoping I got to figure how to hold these without chipping them together. This is a piece that she gave a full notice. It's one of the chained sets. So you've got a little girl walking her poodles, and the poodles are on their chains and they're great condition. But she felt that the umbrella that is included is not original, and I would have happen to agree with that, because you can see the hook. It looks like it was probably a flower pick of some sort. But it's kind of a cute little way to incorporate it as an umbrella, because she definitely would be holding something in her hand, just the way that she's formed. So the umbrella fit in there perfectly. So it's this little chain set. I don't think that any of them were stamped. No, none of them were stamped. But the skirt is that, hardened lace that I think it was fabric. This is not the porcelain lace. This was just hardened lace that, somehow they put some sort of coating on it with only a little bit of glitter, so it's not too obnoxious getting glitter over anything. But, so cute little chained poodle set that will be going up in my live sale probably on November 11th. This was a fun one. Again, an older piece. It does have a copyright on it. I haven't looked this one up. Kreis, Kreiss. It's a little hound dog in his little play bow position, which a lot of our figurines are in the play bow position. But check out the tail. It's spring-loaded. So you've got the little waggy tail, and the ear has gone up. He's in absolutely pristine condition. His marking is on his front paw. So you can see the marking, the Christ, and I think I've heard of that name, but I have to admit I'm not particularly familiar with it. Super cute condition, and even the tail, there's no damage or anything even on the tip. He was very well cared for. So he definitely has some age to him, and definitely looking for a good home for someone to continue his life and take good care. And then the last piece also is marked. This one is something Enterprise. Enterprise. Yeah, it's kind of like a silver foil with kind of a pink color to it. Stamped 80521 is stamped on the actual body of the dog. The foil tag is barely staying on. But again, definitely has some age to him. That is... a boxer? Are you a boxer? I think he's a boxer. Again, perfect condition, absolutely beautiful condition. Points of the ears are completely smooth the way they're supposed to be. Little stubby tail, completely, he's supposed to be stubby, so it's completely smooth all the way around. Absolutely no chips, no cracks, not even any crazing on this one. So again, an absolutely fantastic addition coming in from Catherine Young, and appreciate the support for the Just One More Dachshund Rescue. So the last box I received, I actually received 3 separate boxes, all individually, because they came as a result. A couple of them were online purchases shipped directly to me, and one was directly from Dana at Grace 2010H. Grace herself has a bulldog, and I showcased during the Katie Vintage and Vinyl the Chat, that our duo dive last week, I showcased a necklace that was a dachshund necklace, but it had a very cute bulldog note card attached to it. That item did already sell, so I do not have image of that, but that is shown on my video from the last duo dive. But then I received other items that that one came from... See, this is the problem I'm starting to run into, is people are making the donations, and now I can't remember who made which. She got the necklace, and I want to say, maybe that one she did send to me directly, but she sent it separately from the other item she had sent. So she sent me 2 items directly, and if I'm wrong, Dana, I really apologize, because I also want to give credit for the resellers who are supporting this. But she sent me a note with a Doxie salt and pepper shaker. So this came from her directly, and I still have the note card because I started attaching the notes to the item, so I didn't forget, particularly before I did the videos. So this one is a made in Japan. The corks are still in place. Absolutely pristine condition. It kind of has the looks of a Fitz and Floyd based on the glazing. Very high gloss glaze. Super cute. It is all one piece. It doesn't come apart. But you've got the salt in the front and the pepper in the back. So you've got a great salt and pepper shaker. So that was a donation from Dana. I believe the Doxie necklace now was a donation from Dana as well, because it had that bulldog note card on it. But she did send me, and this came from, and I'm going to have to edit the video because I said that the item from BookBWitched came from Vintage Peepshow. I was wrong, because the Vintage Peepshow item were this pair of Thanksgiving-themed Doxies. So these were from Feathers and Furs Dachshund Collection. So you've got, this one has, they both still have their hang tag on them. This one is named Chief Barks a Lot. And then this one is Sheriff S. Paws. Oh, so this is a sheriff. Oh, I just saw the hat and I thought he was Pilgrim. All right, so this is not a Thanksgiving themed. Whatever, you can do whatever you want with them. Anyway, these came from Margot at Vintage Peepshow. So if this came from Margot at Vintage Peepshow, then the BookBWitched brooch came from Lucid Curios. Sorry about that. I need to do better. Right now my extra bedroom is, I can't even walk in it. There is so much stuff. So I need to get better organized for the next time I do this. But regardless, these did come from, they were from Dana, from Grace 2010H. So she sent me the 3 separate items, the necklace I've already sold, and then the salt and pepper shaker and these. So again, all great items, all will be going into the live sale, and will all be bringing great additions to the funds for the fundraiser for Just One More Dachshund Rescue, JOMDR.org. So that's all I'm going to showcase for now. I have many other donations that have come in, a lot of items that I have purchased that I'll be donating that I haven't showcased yet. I'm just simply running out of time. What I had not taken into consideration this year is that my travel schedule has been significantly different than my travel schedule last year in the middle of COVID. During the month of October, I was home a grand total, including weekends, of 9 days. So I was doing live sales from hotel rooms. There were 2 weeks I didn't even do a live sale. I wasn't posting videos. It was just too much to keep track of. And so when I would show up, when I come home, I'd go to the post office. They'd give me like the evil side eye because they were collecting all of these boxes and donations and all of these things that they were storing for me until I picked them up. So it is what it is, and I'm doing my best. And I really do appreciate all the people that donated. I will try and make sure I'm giving recognition to all the people that I can. At no point do I want to feel like anyone's going to be excluded. I really want to make sure everyone is recognized. So you will be in some way. I'm just not sure at this point. I'm kind of starting to run into a problem. I can't remember what I've shown and what I haven't. So we'll see how it goes. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm trying to get it out before this week. I mentioned the eBay auctions. So I'll try and get this up soon. And if you see anything that you like, claim it quickly because it might get posted for an eBay auction or somebody else might be trying to claim it. But I'm also trying to plan what I'm going to list during the live events. So if I know I can sell it in advance, 2 thumbs way up because that's one less thing I have to worry about trying to sell and ship later. So if you see anything you like, definitely let me know. Drop a note, drop a comment, send me an email, whatever you want to do. But I really appreciate you watching the video. If you do nothing else, if you have no ability to support the fundraiser in anything other than spirit, I would really appreciate even if you just share this video, share some of the posts that I'm putting out there promoting the actual fundraiser on November 11th. We want as many people to participate as possible and to get the word out about Just One More Dachshund Rescue, JOMDR.org. So thanks so much for watching the video. Thanks for giving me your time. Thanks for putting your trust in a trusty huckster. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.
Well, show me a sign if you're wishing me to stay. Otherwise, I say goodbye and finish out the day. And that sunrise in the morning and you got nothing to say. Oh, that's when I'll be headed on my